Hello, welcome to Double Talk. I'm Mark Steffen.
I'm Michael Mandel. Thank goodness first week of school is over. Aren't you tired?
School's over. It means back.
The first week of school is over.
Oh yes.
And I will tell you, kindergarten was pretty rough.
I'm tired of the school zones already.
Well, the kindergarten stuff, and I'm in kindergarten because when you retire, they say you should go back to school. So I did.
Starting over?
They said go back to school. So where am I going to start? In the middle? Starting at kindergarten.
Oh, not pre-K.
No. Your whole life is pre-K. So, the name of this drink is called Double Talk. You can see it.
As you know, we love to have cocktails at the beginning of each show.
You don't have to tell people that.
Carla
and Karen already know that.
Our two loyal viewers.
No,
but somebody new might be accidentally watching.
Oh my God.
So food and drink is our favorite topic here on this show. And today, as always, we're going to do a cocktail. This one's called the morning cocktail.
Although with us, most of them are morning cocktails.
Are they?
Yeah, don't we always have morning cocktails?
Well, why not?
I hope everybody likes this nice picture of Van Gogh, who is the symbol of absinthe. The morning cocktail is kind of interesting. The only reason I'm doing it, pardon my clanging, we want to keep these cold. I was reading the Dale DeGroff book, or the book of cocktails, and he's talking about cocktails. Whenever he mentions a cocktail, I go look it up. In his book, he mentions the morning cocktail, and he says it was in Harry Craddock's 1930 Savoy cocktail book. And I thought, well, I have that.
Oh,
doesn't everybody?
You would.
It's here. It's a reprint, but it's here. And it was in there, and it's great because they don't do ounces or whatever. They just do fractions.
So it's a morning cocktail for day drinkers, right?
Yes. It wakes you up.
People like to get started early.
And guess what? No gin, Karen. Instead, we're using brandy.
There's no hard liquor here at all today.
Okay, brandy's hard liquor.
Well,
brandy is 40% alcohol.
Well, okay. If you
it's
say
like
so.
Scotch. Well, vermouth, which you would put in white vermouth, you'd put it in a martini.
Sure.
So, and it's supposed to be 2 drops of 4 different things. It's going to be more than 2 drops because it's really hard to get 2 drops. It's 2 drops of absinthe, and we could talk about that later, what absinthe does. Luxardo maraschino liqueur, which everybody should have in their pantry because it's good for a lot of drinks. Orange bitters, these are Angostura bitters, but orange.
Yes. And
Curacao, dry Curacao from Ferrand liqueur, which is actually the owner of Plantation Rum. And so I've pre-mixed the 4 extra things, which are just a few drops. I just put in because we want to keep it cold.
You just did the vermouth.
I did the vermouth and an equal amount of brandy. There's a number of brandy cocktails, but after 1950 left us, there weren't that many people drinking them. They were kind of big in the 1800s because we didn't have a lot of drinks other than French stuff, especially Louisiana.
Oh. Well, back then they drank wines and cognacs and things because the water was no good, or it was dicey.
That's why I drank beer.
And wine. And they drank a lot of wine.
Keep talking, I'm shaking.
It's so loud in here that I hope you can hear over the shaking. Now, how long are you going to
Speaking
shake
of your
it
microphone. Well, it's supposed to be like 20 seconds.
Yeah, it's okay. And it's a long time in television time.
It's a long time when you're playing SimCity, too, I'll tell you.
It's true. And so this is a cocktail that we've never had on this show before.
Slow down and then speed up until we're done shaking. That's how you do it. Soon have to listen to it. I've never done this cocktail before.
You've never done it. I've never had it. Neither have you.
Neither has anybody I've ever heard of in my life.
So we're making television history.
To make a reference to the Cawthons, they did tell us about the what's known as the breakfast cocktail, which was pretty much a martini with orange jam. There ain't no orange jam.
Not orange juice.
Although there is orange curacao, orange bitters. This doesn't look bad.
Well,
taste will tell.
Why would it?
If I used blue curacao, it would have.
Well, I'm glad you didn't use blue curacao because that really
would have been blue.
A strange color of gray or
it'd be a little
something.
Scary.
Not that there's anything wrong with blue curacao, but it's just food coloring, right?
No. It's dead animals.
Because there is no such thing as blue food. You better set it down. I don't want it to spill.
Oh, you don't want to? Well, it's supposed to have cherries and a lime thing, but I think the alcohol will win its way through.
I do smell the absinthe. taste the bitters
Me too.
more than the absinthe.
I taste the bitters more than the brandy, in fact. This is it's interesting. If I were to doctor this, or you were.
I think with too many drops of this,
More of that.
more Luxardo, yes, the maraschino. See, I was hesitant about the absinthe because it has that licorice.
He hates licorice,
Tint
so
to it.
that's a whole army of alcohol that he's unable to drink.
Absolutely.
Try this.
Okay. And this is one of those things where we say, try this at home.
Yes. All you have to do is get a bottle of absinthe. Absinthe is legal, by the way. Those people who know the history of
Didn't
absinthe.
used to be.
Nope. And there's a long history of that, but that takes an entire show.
Yeah.
Luxardo maraschino liqueur. You can make things like aviation out of it. You could doctor a lot of
Drink
things.
it on the rocks.
White vermouth.
Just plain old white vermouth.
White or French or dry vermouth is necessary for making martinis if you want to do them the old way.
Yes.
Anyway, so do you like it with the
It's not bad.
maraschino?
I liked it better with a little bit of a kick with that.
Yeah, it's balanced. Well,
It
more
is?
balanced, yeah.
Now, having had it, I probably wouldn't order this in a bar. First
Unless
off, they
they-
wouldn't know how to make it. They wouldn't have these ingredients in Las Cruces.
That's why it's good to come to this bar because you get it.
Now, the home audience here, they'll get to have some.
Yes, everybody in the
studio
audience
audience,
gets
rather.
a drink. Pass them out, Chris.
And
All right.
come on down.
The maraschino liqueur and the absinthe, I think you can do, is that a corpse reviver? No, it's kind of a corpse reviver. Maraschino liqueur is also great for the last word, by the way.
The last word.
A gin drink with chartreuse, maraschino liqueur.
We should try that next week.
Okay.
We've never tried that before.
No, that's a good drink.
Now, listen, while you drink, I'm going to mention the fact that the Gold Bond election.
What? Oh, no, we're going to mourn the passing of the club store.
Well, yes. Okay.
Did you want to do that?
The club store is going out of business. Everything must go. 50% off of everything in the store. And we're sad to say that the club store is closing. They had a good run here. Unfortunately,
They dropped the
they
E.
were just paying too much rent. And anyway, many other
Oh,
reasons.
there's no E there.
So if you want to get to those bargains, 50% off of everything, that's already marked down from every other store in town. Go to the club store now.
You can't get closer to nothing than the prices in this store.
And they'll be open until they're sold out. And they've got furniture items in there, clothing items, household items.
They still have those brick things, the fire pits.
Fire pits?
You got fire pits there?
They
got a few
left
fire
of
pits.
those. You get a free corkscrew with everyone. Not
It's
bad.
very good if you're into corkscrews.
Well,
And wine.
yes. So
you have wine.
stop by the club store now on North Tell Shore.
And take a go at it before they take a go away.
Yeah, 910 North Tell Shore. Now the Gold Bond passed.
Yes.
That
GEO bond.
it's going to pay for the general obligation bond. I'm not sure what a general obligation means.
It means the general public, whoever
Is
owns
obligated to
property
pay it.
and who isn't like a few feet outside of town, like your house is situated.
I'm just 100 yards outside the
You
city
know,
limits.
remember when you heard that the Go Bond was going to do this? And remember you strained your back because you're pushing your house past the line
Yeah.
of the city?
Yes, and so only property owners are going to pay the extra property tax on this. Why didn't
On
they
the
just,
other hand, what?
Why didn't they just let property owners vote on it? They're the ones footing the bill for it.
On the other hand, if you're renting, your rent won't go up right away because you have leases, but your next lease will reflect that. But I am guessing that what I know about prices of mortgages and apartments, it's going to make it's like a $5 a month difference.
5 to 10.
How much do you charge for your apartments?
Okay.
No way.
Some people raising theirs $20 a month.
Anyway,
Yeah, so it passed. So we're going to get a new fire station. We're going to get a new animal shelter. We're going to get some new bike paths and hiking trails,
so that's good. Plus,
walking trails, and what
plus
else?
we won't be able to kick people out of the.
Plus, the
city
recall
council
scenario has
that
been
much.
changed. That was part of the initiative there. So that's it.
And 25% of the population of town cared enough about the town they live in to bother to write a few things on a piece of paper and stick that piece of paper in the mail.
In the mail.
True, which was confusing.
Really?
I was over in the city hall, and some guy was telling somebody to do this. What you have to do is fold it and put it in one envelope. Then you have to put that. You have to sign that envelope, put it in the next envelope,
Yes.
and then you know what the other thing is? You have to find a payphone and mail it in there. How do you mail things?
Payphone?
How do you mail things?
Oh, I mean a mailbox.
A mailbox. Isn't that like a payphone?
Does the
They
mail-
don't make mailboxes because nobody mails anything other than Gmail.
You don't see them on the streets anymore unless you're at the post office
There's a
itself.
few
Now, does the
mailboxes.
mailman come to your house?
Yes. Or you just leave it in the mailbox and
Yes.
they'll take it.
Or somebody could actually steal it. It could get lost on its way.
It could.
You know, all our mail goes
Most
to El
things
Paso
don't.
first.
Most things don't, but it could. I drove it over on the 20th, which was the day before. And you know how long the line was?
Done.
Yeah. That's right.
Anyway, they said 25% of the people of registered voters actually voted. That's the highest turnout they've ever had.
Which is, in that sense, amazing. The
But-
difference between 0 or 10%.
But the fact that
and
only
20
1/4 of the population who could vote voted, that's pretty sad.
You're expecting everybody else to vote for what you want.
Yes.
You're not getting your vote. Everybody else doesn't necessarily want to vote the way you do, unless you said, well, whether it goes or doesn't, I'll have to live with it.
A lot of
Which
people
is
were
kind of
against
true.
it.
That's kind of true. If you were against it, if you had any strong feelings for or against it, you would vote, or if you want to support your community.
Right. So otherwise, you're just not very civic minded.
Because this community gets paid on how many people vote. Did you know that? You did know that.
I didn't know that.
Good. 'Cause
Now-
that's not true.
Hey, tonight,
Oh, God.
out at the university, at the Aggie Memorial Stadium, New Mexico State football has their opening night show. I say show
Show.
because it's
It's
going
a
to be on
show.
ESPN2, and they're playing against Wyoming. Now the Aggies have just come off a bowl game win. First bowl game they've been in years, and they won it. And so
this year looks promising?
they're trying to sell out the stadium. So far, they've sold about 13,000 tickets. The stadium holds 29,000. So if
That should be good.
they get half the stadium filled, that's not bad.
Well, I'll be sure to avoid it. I'm sure you
And
will.
by the way, those tickets, the kickoff is at 8 o'clock. It's a little bit later because of television. But if you go to the game, save your ticket stub, or before the game, if you have your ticket in advance, you can take your ticket across the street to Okazuri Restaurant.
Okazuri,
And
one of our favorites.
You get a free drink with your food purchase.
and
free
they
soft
have
drink.
sake. Oh,
Free soft drink,
oh, well.
that's all.
Yeah.
With
So
your
that-
ticket. That's not
you
bad.
could go in, ask for the morning cocktail.
Now, you don't have to just do it
Nobody
that day.
has a morning
you can do
cocktail.
it the week after, right?
You know, giving out a free drink is pretty easy. So I'm
yeah,
sure they do
sure.
it.
Especially if it's soda, but they also have the fruit drinks, waters.
If you remember our shows on Okazuri, they got a great ceviche, they got a great orange chicken, they have great sushi and sashimi.
Absolutely.
Uh,
They've got it's Japanese food with a southwestern kick to it.
Yes, in the mall across the street. So go there. We
Yeah,
like it.
It's at Pan Am
I'm
Plaza.
going to keep eating peanuts because now I'm hungry from.
Now, did you hear
Okay.
that Las Cruces was declared the safest driving city in New Mexico?
Which is bad.
Which means, how bad are the other cities?
Exactly. It's bad because they're compared to everybody else.
Oh, I mean.
You know, when you think about it, Albuquerque is an intensely trafficy city. It's a grid of traffic.
and they drive like a bat out of hell there.
And they don't know that they are in traffic because they say, well, we're not in Long Island, we're not in California. We can rush places.
They
You
do.
know, I lived in Albuquerque. You can get places in 5 minutes when I moved there. And after I got there, they made it 15 minutes. I don't know
It's
why.
a big town, but you can get places pretty quickly.
You could. They're efficient.
You can go from the east side to the west side pretty fast in 10 minutes.
We were there last weekend
Oh, yeah.
for Karen Coyer's daughter Rachel's marriage.
Is that
And
it?
that was great.
Now, you know
Yeah.
what? New Mexico, the state of New Mexico was rated in the top 10 of worst drivers. Even though Las Cruces is the best
out of the
city.
worst state, we're the
top
best.
10 worst. Las Cruces is the safest. Of course, everybody drives so slowly.
You know, everybody talks about us being the worst state in being poor, or close to the bottom.
We're the worst in everything.
We should just get our little city rated within the state.
Well,
because
you
we're
know,
probably better than
Everybody drives slow.
Farmington.
When the light turns green, they just sit and stare at it for a while, and
Or
then they
when the
go.
light turns red, they don't really bother looking at it. It's good. It's a small town sensibility in an almost city-like atmosphere.
Yes.
So,
Hey,
what's that? Top 10 worst.
Do you like you like
Spanish art.
Do you
It's
like
not only
Spanish
Spanish.
art?
It's not only Spanish art. Are we taking a break already?
Yes, we are going to take a break.
Who took so long making a drink?
We're
Whose
gonna
idea was that?
I don't know, Michael, but I'm going to get to the bottom of it.
What are we going to say now that we're off?
He just screwed up.
Oh, we're going to have to redo the show?
This time of year, everyone is having a sale, but there is only one sale that gives you wholesale prices and clearance savings on quality merchandise. It's the Club Store Outlet in Las Cruces. It's merchandise from stores like Walmart, Target, Sears, Sam's Club, and Costco. But there is no membership fee, and the prices are below wholesale and up to 95% off the retail. Indoor and outdoor furniture, quality rugs, housewares, small appliances, bed and bath, non-perishables. We're open 7 days a week. Come in today and see what you can find. 910 North Telshore, next to Outback Restaurant. Buy more, save more. See you there.
Call Mark Goldstein, the Safe Money Guy, at 575-556-2472 to learn about innovative strategies now available to help you grow, protect, and preserve your money and financial future, regardless of market conditions.
Horizon Granite is here.
It's here! Horizon Granite is here. We'll come to you to customize your kitchen and bathroom with beautiful countertops and cabinets. Find out more at horizongranite.com. Call us at 575-650-3180.
Horizon Granite is here.
It's here!
Make yourself a beautiful home.
Come to Tacos El Borrego de Oro in Las Cruces. We are celebrating $1 Taco Tuesdays. Come enjoy authentic Mexican food for the whole family. Bring the family to Tacos El Borrego for $1 Taco Tuesday and Flauta Thursdays.
We're back. You're watching Double Talk right here on the Las Cruces channel.
Yes, and I think we're done with these drinks, and we're going to come up with something else.
We're done with the morning cocktail.
But we're not going to talk it out. He's going to tell you stuff about the Prado Museum from Spain doing a show on outdoors by the plaza.
Yes.
Reproductions.
Now, what is this thing about reproductions? Are these counterfeit tapes?
No,
Paintings?
because the Prado Museum, who owns the images,
Yes.
has licensed full-size pictures, which is kind of
Who
great.
painted these?
Dead guys from a long time ago.
No, these are reproductions.
They're They're
Are they-
photographs.
are
They're
they-
photographs of the originals.
Are they photographs?
Yes,
Or
they're
are they
photographs.
taken from photographs of the originals?
They're probably photographs of the originals.
So there'll be no
of the Prado
brushstrokes.
The what?
There'll be no brushstrokes to see.
Yes, you can see brushstrokes, but you can't see the dimension popping off the screen.
See, I don't like that. I must.
Oh, you don't like that? Well, do your own art.
How do you
then.
know they're photographs, not paint by the numbers?
Yeah, they're paint by the numbers. Where is this cynicism coming from?
Okay.
You don't trust the
You're going to see the Garden of Earthly Delights.
Yes.
You're going to see.
Oh, that's not. That's.
They just showed.
That's
He
Goya.
just showed our Garden
I
of Earthly
missed that. I
Delights.
was looking at this thing.
They're going to show de Goya's The Executions.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to have Caravaggio's David and the Head of Goliath, with the head of Goliath there.
Oh, I love that. You know, it's always good to get ahead of a Goliath. Cause
Yes. Yeah, David's giving head there. And paint by the numbers, I don't know, it might be.
No.
Can you buy a kit with these paintings and just do them yourself?
So what's your point?
I don't know what we're
That
getting
the
here.
city is
And how much are they paying
hornswoggled?
for this exhibit?
They're paying us nothing, but whatever they're doing
And-
is coming out of our taxes.
And they're going to be
And the
it's
city,
plein air.
the city does this plein air. It's not plein air.
Yes, it's outdoors.
Okay, that is. But they're not painting plein air.
No, they're
That's
not.
a type of painting.
Okay, so anyway, that's happening downtown.
Well, I'm glad you got that off your chest.
Oh, man.
Yeah. What else? Medical. That's what you need to get things off your chest. Medical cannabis.
Medical cannabis, you know, is a big deal now. Everybody's getting in on it. It's curing things you didn't know it could cure, or at least treating things that in the past was uncurable, or they were using more detrimental drugs to do the same thing that medical cannabis can do without side effects. Now, Mother Earth, which was the medical cannabis provider, one of them here in Las
Is
Cruces,
that a lady?
they had their license revoked
Oh.
for
Oops.
for not being truthful in their
Declaration.
reporting.
You know, when has anybody ever been arrested for not being truthful? When has that ever happened?
Gee, you turn on the TV right now and pretty much everybody in Washington, D.C. is being
Do you think so? Yes.
being found
Most of
guilty.
it- yes.
Especially if they used to work in the White House.
Yes, or they're still sort of hanging on to their.
Right,
jobs.
six of them are going to prison, it looks like,
Yeah.
so far.
I'm going to try not to mix this
Too loudly? Thank you. Now, also, speaking of medical cannabis, there was a symposium on cannabis this weekend here in Las Cruces at the Hotel Encanto.
You could get licenses there to buy marijuana. You can go to. There's doctors there. You can be approved for a license.
Also, our
You get free
samples,
samples.
I don't know.
Only in the men's room.
But
It depends on who you know.
our lady who is running for governor, who's currently
Michelle Lujan Grisham.
Michelle Lujan Grisham, who is currently a congresswoman for the state of New Mexico, District 2, District
Wherever we
1.
No.
She's going to, we're District 2.
The governor is every district.
No, but she's still in Congress.
Oh.
She's running for governor against Steve Pierce.
District 1.
She's going to be there at the symposiums.
I bet Steve Pierce won't be there.
No, he won't be there.
He's not even in his office when you want to go yell at him.
No. So the symposium is Saturday and Sunday. It's at $150 a day. So at that price, there better be free samples,
I would hope so.
right?
If not free samples, at least potato chips and Fritos. Are you done?
I am.
Okay.
Fill her up.
You got it, buddy.
Right. So if you're of a mind to, if you buy both days, it's a little bit cheaper.
Right. And if you get into the first day, you'll want the second day. Right?
They
Because
may save the best for last. That's when they give away the free samples.
it's been my experience.
Yes, man. No.
It's good that we're showing this picture of, by the way, there is no after image on that Van Gogh thing. So Van Gogh was, did absinthe, which was slightly hallucinogenic, perhaps.
In volume, if you take it in
Yes,
volume.
in volume. And marijuana isn't.
Why would anybody else drink it?
Marijuana is not hallucinogenic because they don't mind to licorice like what you had when you were a kid.
Oh.
People went out of their way. Let's click so. You can have it.
Let's move on. Speaking of imbibing, Billy Cruz has a good bar down there.
I love their bar.
They also have a poor store attached
Oh, a
to the
great
place.
liquor store.
They have good food there. Unfortunately, the health department downgraded them to unsatisfactory. They did not pass the inspection. Poor personal hygiene among the workers who work there. All the usual things.
a little rigmarole. So they will be back pretty soon, I'm sure, because Billy Cruz has been around for longer than I have.
It has been. My parents used to go there in the 60s, I remember.
My grandparents went there when they were in Poland.
No, they didn't. But it's one of the finer restaurants in this area. It really is.
It is pretty good.
It's a shame to see that it's,
I know you don't
any
like
restaurant.
meat. I know you don't like meat, but they have slabs of meat, and you could say, "I want this much meat." You could get a.
I know they have great steaks, don't they?
They do have great steaks.
So is that what you have when you go there?
Yes. Yes, and not only that, I would suggest, if you don't buy it out, Belglas Pinot Noir. There's 3 types. Doesn't matter which one you get. They're all different fields. Belglas Pinot Noir. If you buy a bottle of it in the restaurant, it's $40 for the bottle.
Yeah.
Which is kind of standard.
Yeah.
On the other hand,
If you get at a liquor store.
in a liquor store, other than their own liquor store,
Other than their own
it's
liquor store.
$60. Really? In their liquor store, it's just under $30 if you buy it. It is the best deal. they have. And I don't know, I think they might have other wines I'm not aware of.
Well, they have a great wine selection.
They do. They always win Wine Spectator of the Year award because they have a liquor store, a wine store, right next to,
Attached.
connect to it. Yeah.
Yes, and they have wine tastings there all the time.
I
You
do.
go to those.
I do. That's how I found out about Bell Gloss. One wine tasting, we had all 3 of the Bell Glosses.
Yes.
And they were all great, and they were all different.
How would they go with green chili? Because you know,
Nothing goes good with green chili other than beer.
everything goes well with it. Hash green chili. I went up to Hash just the other day. I got 30 pounds of roasted and peeled hash green chili. It was fabulous. And so that's going on now, probably until the end of September, early October. Now, hey, at the
You'll
Farm and
smell
Ranch,
it.
Farm
Yes,
and Ranch
Farm and
Heritage
Ranch.
Museum, today, Saturday, it's free to get in. It's Community Appreciation Day.
Free ice cream?
And so there's all kinds
No.
of exhibits to see, and it's free. Take the kids. It's a great family event to go to. They have all kinds of livestock there, including this fella, the longhorn steer, and they've got
Those are crazy.
they've
You
got
can see
cattle.
them just driving into the
There's horses there. Yeah.
museum.
Now this weekend, there's things to do. We've got if you want to
Tell
go
me
to,
about 'em.
if you want to go to the theater, you got the
I
Laramie
do.
Project at the Las Cruces Community Theater.
Yes, I'm seeing that tonight.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yes, and last night I saw Indoor Outdoor.
Indoor Outdoor at the
It's
Black
a riot.
Box Theater.
It's really funny.
Is it really? Okay, very
And
good.
Middle school. Do we have a picture of that? Probably not.
No.
That's not that. Okay, middle school is like Brandon Brown, Dave Edwards got little plays from people who wrote in middle school. And as you all know, Brandon Brown, Dave Edwards are pretty much the funniest
Where are they
actors
putting
in
this
town.
on?
They're doing it at the Gin Mill.
Oh yes, at the
yeah.
Gin Mill, where Project in Motion is in residence. Now, this
Go
week's
see that.
this week's movie in the park is a film called Wonder. I don't know this movie. Have you heard of the movie?
No, I wonder about
Wonder. Yeah, I wonder about it too.
Oh,
And
it's about a kid with a funny face.
yeah, I guess it must be an
I shouldn't say
astronaut
it's
or
funny. That
something.
would be non.
Now, also
PC.
Sunday at the White Sands National Monument, it's full moon night.
Really? Because I thought yesterday or today is
No.
full moon.
Well,
I mean,
they're
I
doing-
looked up and it's pretty full moon.
But it's not quite full yet, but it's full moon night Sunday night on the sands. If you've ever been there,
That's exactly
It's
what it
magical.
looks like, except for the ocean.
and it's $5 to get in. But Randy Granger's going to be playing there live music.
That's
On the dunes?
ethereal. In fact, the whole experience is ethereal because
really
when you
is.
have a full moon on the White Sands, everybody that's walking is lit from underneath, and they
Uplit.
look like ether.
It is
You know,
weird.
They're
Because
auras.
there are no other lights out
It is
there,
crazy.
except for car lights passing by in the distance,
Do some absinthe before you go.
or whatever else you might want to do.
That would be good.
You take your medical marijuana out there, you can do it.
Really?
That's what I'm told.
Really? Okay. Well,
I think we're about out of time. I'm going to.
we are, but we're not out
have
of
another
drink, so we'll finish.
Thanks for joining us right here
Yes.
on Double Talk. We'll see you here next week.
Have a drink. So brandy,
I drink this in the morning.
yeah, we no, you know, that's what we do with friends.